An opportunity to meet with regulators. It's an opportunity to meet with clients and politicians. Heidi, let's talk for a moment about the world economy. What, from your vantage point, are the dominant trends going to be over the next year or two, and maybe even further out? And how is J.P. Morgan positioning its business around the world to respond to them?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here this morning, Eric, in a beautiful setting like this.
It's bright, isn't it?
It's very bright. But international growth is incredibly important for J.P. Morgan. Developing markets are growing at twice the rate of developed markets, and our clients are investing around the world, and we need to be there for our clients to continue to support them as we build out our business.
How about trends in different regions? What do you see happening in Asia, and how do you respond to it? What do you see happening in Latin America, and how do you respond to it? And maybe why don't we start off with Europe? Given all the tumult that Europe has gone through, what kind of a business do you want to have there? What kind of a business do you want to build there?
Well, we want to have a bigger business there, clearly. You have to accept economic and political risk and turmoil over time. We're in these businesses for the long haul. We've been an international bank for, in some countries, over 90 years, and clearly we have over 16,000 people in the UK alone. These are not countries we're leaving, and clearly they're big economies, and our clients do business there, and we are going to continue to manage our business prudently, but remain committed to those countries.
Heidi, is doing more business in places like Asia and Latin America, I'll cite them again, a way to escape, let's say, some of the regulatory constraints that are being imposed on banks in the United States and Western Europe? No.
I think regulation is a rule of thumb for banks wherever we operate. We hope that it's consistently enforced around the world. That's, I think, important for us because it makes our lives easier to have one set of rules. But as a regulated entity, we benefit. So therefore, we embrace working with our regulators wherever they may be. Again, our only hope is that it's consistently enforced.
J.P. Morgan is effectively two banks. It's a consumer bank on the one hand and a wholesale bank on the other, serving companies and investors. The company's strategy thus far internationally has been on the wholesale side. Why? Why not focus more on the retail opportunity? Most people would tell you that there is no single greater promise for the world economy than the consumer in a place like India or China or Brazil.
Retail banking is a fabulous business. Under the Chase brand in the United States, we're one of the top retail banks. I think from credit cards to branches, middle market lending under the Chase banner. But you're right, we operate nowhere else as a retail bank. And so the question we have to ask ourselves is, would we be relevant as a retail bank? It's hard to open up new branches. If you talk to our head of retail, Charlie Scharf, he would tell you to go into a state de novo and just open up 50 branches and become relevant in that market.
There's an alternative, though. Right? You can always buy somebody else's branches.
But you can't manage your business thinking about acquisitions. You manage your business thinking about organic growth. So when we look at how we're going to invest, the answer globally is building upon the base we have in global businesses, asset management, investment banking, treasury and security services. We're not relevant as a retail player anywhere else, and so it would be very hubristic of us to think that that would be a place that we should invest our money first.
All right. Well, we will continue to follow your efforts outside the United States and inside. Heidi Miller, thanks for joining us. Heidi Miller, the president of International at J.P. Morgan Chase.